Hello, my name is Ainsley. For today's new home showcase, we have a brand new exciting mixed-use development to share with you. This is called Union Square, the former Central Mall and Central Square, only brought to you by reputable developer CDL. With more than 60 years of experience, I'm pretty sure they're going to bring to us yet another exciting product. With one address and endless experiences, let's go meet our managing partner, Ken Loh, to share with us more.
So Ainsley, CDL used to own the former Central Mall.
Okay.
And in recent years, they acquired Central Square.
Right.
They amalgamated both plots to redevelop into a very exciting mixed-use development called Union Square today.
So Union Square is with these two plots together?
Yes, and it comprises of a number of components which we will dive deeper into later. They developed these plots under the URA Strategic Development Incentive Scheme.
So what is this Strategic Development Incentive Scheme all about?
So over the past years, URA has been focusing a lot on the outskirts of Singapore.
Alright.
Where we have developed many regional centres such as your Tampines, Jurong, and now their focus is in the northern part. And they have not forgotten the old central that we used to have, our CBD, and also our Orchard area. So the government wants to rejuvenate these areas to make it into a new vibrant central again.
Sure.
And they cleverly came out with this whereby they encourage building owners and developers to acquire land or to redevelop old buildings and giving them bonus GFA if they hit a certain criteria.
Oh, so smart.
And we are very excited to see how Union Square has formed up with this new concept, with this new mixed-use development, and we have seen a number of them sprouting out over the past few years. What is exciting is in the future, when this rejuvenation process is completed, we will see a brand new CBD and Orchard area with all this new mixed-use development comprising of retail components, offices, residential, and preserving the heritage within them, keeping the identity of how Singapore grew from the past till now.
So that's why we call it the whole urban meets heritage, that kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
Ken, as you were just speaking, I can just visualize how this whole place will transform. It's going to be quite exciting to witness this through the years.
Yes, I think it's perfect for CDL to be spearheading this development because they have been a master planner for this new scheme and they're playing a very big role in the rejuvenation of Singapore's Old Central.
Right.
So they have done previously 𝐾𝐽 Pierce.
Oh,
right? The former Liang Court.
Yeah.
And then Newport, which is your former Fuji Xerox building. And now Union Square as a third plot in their portfolio. It's very exciting to see how the completed product will come about as they merge both urban and heritage together.
This is really, very truly exciting. So let's go check out the model and let's see more. Wow, Ken, I must say that this model is very, very grand. It looks like a mini township by itself. Can you tell us a little bit more?
I'm equally impressed when I first saw this model and the entire concept. What we are excited to see was this is not just a development of buildings, but the development of a concept that is very aligned with URA's aspiration in the rejuvenation of Singapore Central. Right?
Okay.
So one of URA's larger plan was to create a seamless pedestrianised walkway all the way from your Hill Park to your Fort Canning Park. They will link it via elevated pedestrianised walkway on the ground level.
Sure, that makes sense.
Union Square is sitting right in the heart of this entire linkage. So it's exciting to see how CDL has fully transformed the two plots together and it's very aligned with how URA has envisioned their future mixed-use developments to be, where they want community to flow through within an iconic building and for community events to take place. Allow pedestrians to cut through buildings through 24-hour linkways so that you do not have to skirt around buildings anymore.
Right.
One of the changes they have done, you can see the former Solomon Street used to lead us into a roundabout and that's where your heritage buildings are. Today they have closed off half of the road and converted the other half of the road into a large public plaza where people can flow through from all the different parts of Union Square. There's an even larger change on the Merchant Road side, where CDL has to close off part of Merchant Road so that it becomes another pedestrianised walkway. People will flow through from Perth Hill Park, link through this overhead bridge, cutting down to the Central Plaza, going to the part of Merchant Road that's closed off, and that will link them all the way to Singapore River. And then crossing the bridge, they will then connect to Clarke Quay, and through Clarke Quay, they will then connect all the way to Fort Canning Park itself.
That's pretty amazing. Okay, so Ken, now share with us a little bit more about these two buildings behind us. I mean, what is what? Office, residential, what's going on?
So I know it's a bit confusing, but Union Square is comprised of 4 major components. The first one with this beautiful, majestic building behind you is actually our Union Square residences. It is very modern looking with a lot of sky gardens at different levels to break the flow and the lines of the architecture, to allow people to enjoy a lot more common spaces even up on the high rise.
Yeah.
It has a total of 366 luxurious units, comprising of 1 to 4 bedrooms.
Sure.
And we have 2 5-bedroom sky suites, including another 5-bedroom penthouse sitting right at the top level.
Nice.
The buildings are of varying heights of 34-story and 40-story. And it also comes along with comprehensive facilities such as your 2 pools, 2 clubhouses, a sky gym, and many more facilities.
Wow, okay.
And sitting below Union Square Residences is our retail component, where we have more than 60 retail and F&B options that flows through all the way to your heritage buildings as well.
So basically this whole place that we're looking at, right, the model. Okay.
So residents will get a lot of convenience for the amenities, their eating options and everything. And as you see how they have linked this on the second level through a link bridge that will then link us to our third component, which is Union Square Central. So Union Square Central is actually a 20th story Grade A office.
Oh, nice.
Right, and you can see how they have done this architecture to be so beautiful. Curtain glass wall with different layerings, and it's not the usual boring buildings that you see. Shall we move to the other side and I'll show you the last exciting component that is transformed through the heritage buildings.
Alright, let's go.
So instead, I'm bringing you to a totally different part of Union Square from what we saw just now.
Very different, yep.
So when we were at the front, what you saw were 2 modern buildings, high-rise, and when you come to the back is where the heritage meets urban. This entire portion is where the heritage conservation buildings are, and in order to have a very nice flow, the grand entrance to the retail component sitting below Union Square Residences is also inspired through a wayang theatre. Even the colour of the roof and the shape of it are all following the heritage buildings.
Okay. So Ken, I noticed this Central Plaza, this public space, looks very open yet secure. Looks like it's going to have lots of community events happening here. Tell us a little bit more about this spot here.
So this part is truly inspired by the Union Square in Manhattan, where it's a very popular tourist area even for the locals in New York, where there's a lot of community plaza activities that's ongoing, where you have busking and artists that are all lining up along the street. And this is exactly what URA wants to achieve in most of our future buildings today. So you can see how large the entire space is, and in future you will have people all flowing through around this area. Let me bring you to the last component of Union Square, which is our new co-living concept. It's sitting within conservation buildings, including that new building that will be built. The design of that building, from the windows to the roof and the shape, copies exactly the conservation building as well. These buildings will then form up a total of 134 co-living units. The good thing is it is sitting on a hotel license, which allows short-term stay instead of your usual minimum 3 months.
Okay, so Ken, after you shared me the whole entire concept, I can really visualize and see this is going to be such an exciting project in years to come, right?
This location itself by Singapore River and Clarke Quay is really tempting for anybody who wants to get a unit. More importantly, the views all round will be pretty fantastic. So you have views that are overlooking your Singapore River all the way to Fort Canning. You have another part of the view that is looking towards your MBS Singapore Flyer area. And of course, if you're facing the back, that is where you'll be facing towards your Chinatown area. And that's where you get your city view, and the night views should be pretty fantastic.
Okay. So Ken, I've also heard that our show units is one of the most impressive that we have ever seen, with brand new innovations that we've never seen before as well.
Yeah, I think CDL outdid themselves again.
That's so cool, man. Let's go check it out.
Hi, this is Ken, and this is a 743 square feet 2+ study unit type at Union Square Residences. So the moment you come in from the entrance, you actually go past your study. After that would be your kitchenette and your dining area. You realize as you come in, everything looks very seamless because the developer is actually giving engineered stone for the floorings, for the cabinet top of the kitchenette as well, and also the countertop. So the countertop is by Cotton. The material is known as MDI. It's integrated top and sink. It has antibacterial properties. You can actually prepare your food on the kitchen top, and once you're ready, you can just wash it off, and then you can start to use your induction cooker. So currently we're in the master. You can see master is actually very comfortable for a 2+ study. You can easily fit in a king-size bed. The wardrobe actually comes with an accessory cabinet as well. And once we go into the bathroom, you can see the bathroom actually has a lot of spa-inspired design on it. The walls are fully clad with engineered stone as well. Shower screen is actually also tinted bronze, something really different than you see in other developments. now we are currently at the 4-bedroom show unit. This is 1518 square feet and it's the biggest of all typical units that's available at Union Square Residences. It comes with a private lift as well, and behind me would be your dining area and your kitchenette. The dry kitchen is actually a standard provision by the developer. So you can see here, our living and dining, it's actually a very nice space where you can actually have your 8-seater dining table and also enough space for you to house your guests as well. Not forgetting your engineered stone is of large format, which is 1006 by 1006 mm. We're in the master now, where space is really a luxury. You get a walk-in wardrobe by Rimadisio, and also your bathroom, it's actually a bespoke bathroom. Okay, so this is the bespoke bath. It's designed to look like a spa alcove, where your walls and floors are all made of engineered stone, and your vanity top, you actually have your integrated sink and brands like Hans Grohe and Exor as well.
So Ainsley, I think it's very exciting for buyers to know they have this opportunity to own a part of Singapore's heritage, and also to buy into a representation of the future of Singapore's buildings within the central location. With the vibrancy of being near Singapore River and the offerings that Clarke Quay have, plus its close proximity to all the keynotes within Singapore, and also with the added security to know that Singapore's most reputable developer, CDL, is going to be managing alongside your homestay area on the offices, the co-living. I think this is a very rare offering where investment rental will be high and strong, and I think this is also a very desirable place for families.
Especially with all the master plans that's going to happen, the rejuvenation, very nice. So that's the end of our SRI New Home Showcase. Just want to share with you some very key important dates for you to take note of. Our public preview starts from the 1st of November, so do contact your preferred SRI salesperson to join us on the 1st of November. 8th November is going to be our consumer seminar right here at the show flat itself. And that's the end of our SRI New Home Showcase. My name's Ainsley.
I'm Ken.
And we'll see you right here at Union Square Residences.